did my own eyelash extensions, and I think they came out pretty good for my first time. Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tasha, and this is my YouTube channel. So if you haven't already done so, go ahead and subscribe and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss out on any more of my content. So today I am starting a new series called Tasha Tries. So it'll be a compilation of me trying new things, trying to do new things, and as you can tell by today's title, I'm going to be trying to give myself eyelash extensions for the very first time ever. Now, I probably should have gotten this on video, but this hair that you see here, these braids, I did all by myself. So that honestly should have been the first Tasha Tries video, but I wasn't entirely sure if I'd be able to do my own braids on my own head. So now I know that I can. I'll give y'all a video at a later date next time I try this style, but let's get right into today's video. I will be giving myself, for the very first time ever, my own eyelash extensions. Now, I've gotten eyelash extensions twice in the past. One time when I was back home in Florida, and then another time when I was here in Georgia. A friend of mine needed a model, and so I modeled for her. So those were the only two times. Both times took forever. So I'm going to see if I can cut out the middleman and just learn how to do them myself. Shout out to my girl, Brittany Jack, who inspired me to try this. I've had this stuff in my cart for a long time and I just kept putting it off, and I have a trip to Houston this week. So I figured, you know what, why not? I'm tired of always having to, plop on my strip lashes, and sometimes they're a little too much. So I want something a little bit more natural looking. There was a beginner's kit on Amazon that I was going to purchase, but I don't have enough time for that. So I actually went to my local hair store and picked up these individual lashes. So this is by 𝐈𝐓𝐇. It's their 2x volume ultra black 3D knotted in medium. And it has a multi-layer effect, so it's like 3D. So these are the individuals that I'll be using for today's video. And then as far as glue goes, I'll be using Duo's individual lash adhesive, this right here. And in the research that I've done, it's good that you grab one of these and not actual eyelash extension glue, because you won't be able to use that on yourself with your eyes open. The issue is that that type of glue has fumes, and so when your eyes are open, it'll cause a lot of irritation, a lot of burning, especially if it comes into contact with your actual eye. So you want to use that, leave that stuff to the professionals. Like if you're gonna go get your eyelash extensions done by a professional, let them do that. Pick yourself up some individual lash adhesive and you'll be good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and get reset up and started, and I will show y'all the process. So this is the before. I just got my eyebrows done, y'all. This is the before. I'm gonna show y'all the during, and then we'll get into the after. So here's the setup. I'm using this little tray for the glue, so I'll be able to easily access and dip each individual lash into here. I have two different types of tweezers, a straight edge and a curved one. I kind of alternated between them during this process. And then I also have a little mirror as well as a big mirror in front of me. And then here are the lashes that I'm using once again. So with eyelash extensions or placing individual lashes, you want to place them actually underneath your natural lash line to get the most natural look. On the instructions, it does say place them above your lash line, but with eyelash extensions, they go underneath. So that's what I'm doing here. It did take quite a bit of time for me to first get accustomed to using tweezers and being so close to my eyes. So that took a little bit of time, but once I got the hang of it, then I found my flow and it went by pretty quickly. So as you can see here, I'm just dipping the eyelash in the glue, and then I am letting it dry just a little bit before placing it underneath my natural eyelash line. You want a nice steady hand when doing this, and I found that looking down into my smaller mirror helped me a lot. I began with my right eye, and as you can see here, I'm just fanning the eyelashes that I have placed to make sure that they're fully dry before I continue. And I began because this was easier for me
This is just my personal preference. I began from the outside and I made my way over to the inside. The inner corners was the hardest part for me to do, but I got them done. And like I said, this was just my personal preference, beginning from the outside and going into the inner corner of my eye. You can definitely see the difference between the left and the right. Naturally, I have really short eyelashes, so these eyelash extensions are kind of dramatic, just based on, you know, what my eyelashes usually or typically look like. So this was the halfway mark.
Well, folks, that concludes this episode of Tasha Tries, doing her own eyelash extensions, and I would say it went pretty well. It took me about 45-50 minutes to finish both sides. Yeah, I forgot to show this in the beginning. You need a spoolie to clean or straighten out your eyelashes prior to and during. But this is the finished result, and I can say that I'm pretty satisfied. I think next time I'll probably grab a kit that has a couple of different lengths. That way I can kind of do like a fan kind of effect. The most difficult part, honestly, was getting the inner corners of my eyes. Yeah, I think that was like the hardest part, but I think I did a pretty good job for my first time ever giving myself eyelash extensions, and you can kind of see in like the peripheral, you know, the length it's giving. That's all, folks. So let me know in the comments what you think I should try next, and I will see y'all in my next video.